Hello, welcome back. We've had a bit of a break, and we've got some games actually being completed late, past deadline. We've had Easter's been quite a busy time for quite a few people in the league of sort of like people who don't live with their kids, who see their kids in school holidays and stuff like that. And one of the coaches is a Church of England minister, so Easter's understandably quite a busy time of year. But yeah, so we're running a bit late, but we've had two more games played this week, and we're going to look at in this one. This is Amazons, who coming into this game round were fourth. They were playing against Undead, who are down at the bottom, the only team now without a win this season. So yeah, it's a match up between those two. There we go. We've also had last night. Dark Elves here played against the Chaos team. That's quite an exciting, high-scoring game, and we'll be able to see that as well. Yeah, and I'm not going to spoil the results. So, and I might actually be able to get to that later today. So I've got a whole day working at home uninterrupted, so I might be able to do it at lunchtime. Okay, so Amazons against Undead. Looks like the weather's not affecting the game as it stands, unless it's really sunny. I find it hard to tell visually until I can see the icon. No, that is nice, perfect Blood Bowl weather. This is not moving around. There we go. So Undead are defending. Let's see where the choice went. Yeah, so the Amazons chose to attack first. Undead have got some two mummies on the line, which I think is probably fair enough against this. It's going to be difficult to hit those. And then the guard next to the lineman in the middle. Do you traditionally have zombies or skeletons on the line of scrimmage on defence for Undead, with the mummies just a bit further back? So if they're maybe swapped with these zombies, that might be the sort of thing we used to seeing. But it does give the Amazons a problem to deal with, although they do have some guard, so getting a block in on one of these, not that difficult. So Amazons are missing their thrower in this game, who, yeah, I think is nothing permanent, just missing the game. That's quite a shallow kick. Down here, we've not looked at the teams yet. We'll do that in a sec. Yes, pretty shallow kick there. So Amazon's priority should be getting this ball safe before they really do anything else, because it's not safe where it is. It's quite a simple case of marking, assist, blitz from the white, get rid of this player. Ghoul comes in, picks up the ball, runs off. Like that's, you can't leave that on, and because I know what happens, that's worth flagging up. So two whites, both unlevelled, one on 4 points, one on 5. So they're getting there, but you want whites levelling quicker than this. This is probably the standout player on this team, who's left pretty vulnerable here. Should maybe be behind the white. Ghouls are the most vulnerable players on the team, and they're very blitzable there. I think one of those has got to be the blitz target this turn. But yeah, one Ghoul. This Ghoul here is a standout one with block and movement 8. And then there's this one who's unlevelled. I don't think there's any levels on any of the lineman types. This mummy with guard and stand firm is pretty solid. That's going to be a difficult one to shift. And this unleveled mummy here, they have 3 on the bench, which is a niggling injury skeleton, probably worth firing. And then a skeleton and a zombie with no points. But yeah, this one, I think they've got a bit of an abundance of trash players, really, with zombies and skeletons who have their uses, but this one can go. I think we can afford to lose this one with its niggling injury, because it's just a bit of a liability as well. Let's see if we can get our icons back. No, we're not going to. But we can see the guards. So we can also see they've thrown a 1 dice block as an opening action with the ball not being safe. So that's what I wanted to flag up. So we've got a catcher back here. A linewoman who's on armor value 6. So again, someone who can probably go. This is a very vulnerable player who's on their bench just while we're here. So there's a block linewoman on the bench where this one's on, which I imagine was probably an accident. There's another leveled one there. We have got a blitzer, a catcher over here. This is a blitzer, a linewoman, a lineman with block, who I think is the one throwing this. Yeah, it is. That's the person throwing the block. A guard blitzer and a guard lineman. So they've put their 2 guards in there to give them 1 dice on the mummy already. I think there are definitely ways of getting 2 dice here, which I was going to point out before that. Yeah, guard lineman. This is the standout player for this team. So movement 7, mighty blow blitzer, and a lineman there. This is a catcher and a blitzer. Yeah, I did look at those. Yeah, so they've gone first action. They've gone 1 dice on the mummy, and it's injured it, which is pretty massive for the game, and it's why you don't normally see mummies on the line of scrimmage there. It's hard to get a hit on them, and it's invited them to take a risk. Regen failed as well, so that is massive for this game. It is worth considering. But what I was looking at, to get 2 dice on that mummy, firstly, you need to get some safety on the ball, even if it's just stand one of these players there to make it much harder for the undead to nick this off them if something goes wrong. So several times this season, the Amazons have thrown 1 dice blocks and gone skull, re-rolled it, skull. You do that there, you lose the ball, like probably. It's just like so risky throwing that as your first action. But you've got guard players, so this guard line woman in here steps them in there first. You've got, not only have you got an assist on the mummy, which you're providing there anyway, you've got an assist on this one. And then you get a blitzer to just come in, send that out the way. Even if you only get a pushback, you step in there, you've got another assist on the mummy. So if you want to make sure you're hitting that mummy, try and find a better way to do it, because opening with a 1 dice block, it works this time, but that was just as likely to go wrong. And yeah, and it'll be horrible. So yeah, look out for those. Like, make it 2 dice. Like, you can do it because you've got another 2 dice here, and now you can get 2 dice on this mummy because there's no one to stop you assisting. So they decided their priority was take on mummies, and it's worked out pretty well. They've got them both on the floor. They've knocked the whole line of scrimmage down, but they could have made that one 2 dice to open up with, rather than throwing that yeah, 1 in 6 turnover. Well, 1 in 36 with the blitz. So they've blitzed there anyway. So if that was going to be the blitz target, do it first, get them out of the way, then you can surround that mummy better. Make it a bit easier. So this blitz has gone forwards. All this has happened as well still, and a foul coming in with no bribes when the ball's still not safe. So, like, this Amazon coach has got away with a lot of really risky plays this season. Also had some times where they've not really got away with it as well. But yeah, getting away with a lot there. Ball's not all that safe because they're standing next to a prone player. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6. So at the moment, yeah, this is just 2 dice uphill on this player. It's not that likely to succeed, but if you're forced to take a both down, this player doesn't have block. And that could be the ball on the floor. You could take that blitz on, really. Probably not as your first action, but you could do that. But yeah, being down a mummy is massive. An undead team with just 1 mummy doesn't function quite as well. So they're blitzing here on someone who's protecting the ball. But it's just a pushback. Amazon's tricky to knock over, of course. And no tackle. No tackle on the pitch. So all these dodge players have their standard amount of being near enough invulnerable. So dropping back here to address this. Don't know if maybe this could have been the blitz. But this player is probably pretty out of the game at the moment. So prioritising knocking over this player who's marking the ball. And they've done that. Right. So using the mighty blow player to blitz, which is a good idea. And that's another one down. So Undead down to 9 players in turn 2. Two dice there. Might be able to get an assist over here to give this this blitzer 2 dice as well. They're going to go for the mummy. So this one last mummy being bullied. Could have another 2 dice here from this guard lino. Okay, just go 1 dice on the ghoul. That's a push. There probably was one dice on the ball left there before all that. And that's got a long way that way with these two players free. I think they needed either to keep this one further back or get some go for it's down, because this is exposed. Yeah, these two players can just go take this down. Like this is your assist. So I'm standing there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you? I don't think there's anyone else. This movement 8-1 actually. 1, 2, 3, 3. Be a dodge. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you could move this with a 3+ with a reroll. Oh no, because this one's in the way. Yeah, and try to look at 1, 2, 3, 4. Having this ghoul available to come grab the ball after. Because you don't only just want to get the ball on the floor, you want someone who can come pick it up as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's one go for it. Okay, so one go for it to get the movement 8 ghoul in there. Blitz with the white, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a hit. And then this ghoul come grab the ball. And you want the block player to do it, because this player doesn't have block, but it does have dodge. I think that's probably the optimal play. So the ghoul's coming round. Yeah, he's stopping there. It's not. It's probably in the way more than anything. But that, yeah, one go for it to make that the assist in there probably, and then blitz with the white. So we'll be watching that one. And the white's not blitzing. Using the white as the assist. Yeah, that's not the best way around to do that. That is just a push. It would have been a push anyway, even if the white had done it. But let's have a quick look at the probabilities of that. I've got Discord open. Okay, so what we had, because we've got good to flash that picture of my cup. Right, so we've got, what they did was they wanted 2 dice with 1 success. Right, that was the ghoul blitzing. Or 2 dice with 2 successes. So if you get both down with the white and you've got block, you can knock the ball on the floor because the defender doesn't have block. Right, the difference is, yeah, it's 55% against 30 or 80 against 51 with a reroll. Like, it's much better way around to have the white throwing that blitz. Like, whites are undead blitzers. Like, they're the ones that should be throwing your blitzes. And this ghoul is just not as well equipped to do that. Like, you've got to use the skills you've got at your disposal. And the whites having block is just a massive strength that the undead have. And playing against Amazons, like the Amazons' massive strength is they've all got dodge. You've got no tackle, so the way to knock them over is use your block players against their players that don't have block. Like, that's how you're going to get them on the floor. So yeah, throw blitzes with whites. They're the ones to do it. Like, whites are too good at blocking to just use them to assist and get the ghouls to do that. Like, ghouls handle the ball, whites hit people. That is undead down to 8 players, I think. Yeah, 2 knockouts and the injury on the mummy. Ball's definitely not safe. Yeah, it's throwing lots of dice with the ball not safe. Like, get the ball safe first. You're not going to make it safe here because there's 2 ghouls and a white. Bring the ball back, screen it off, then start throwing dice. Like, this is way too risky. It's, again, like in that first turn. And they're so focused on trying to take this mummy down. Okay, hit skeleton there instead. But that was 2 dice without block. Still hitting the mummy. This catcher's just hanging out here. Totally unprotected. Why does this coach never make mistakes like this when they play against me? Like, this is going to come over here ages ago. I mean, these players were standing, so maybe not. But he could have come back here and been safe. Like, no dice needed for that. This still doesn't feel that safe. Because we got... Yeah, I suppose it's 4+ dodges. And gone that way, so quite spread out. What way they got through here? trying to get all the tackle zones up. That's not going to work. Yeah, through there, it's a 4+3+. 1 dice on the ball with that ghoul. Maybe go 4+3+ with this one as well to get an assist. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of on. Yeah, they have shut down. This white can get through. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they go for it. 2 go for it for 1 dice on the ball. So 2 2+s from this white gets them a dice on the ball with a block player. 1 in 3 to knock them over. Probably worth taking on. Looks like they're going to blitz here instead. So blitzing with the white this time. There you go, finds a power, and actually both of those dice are the 2 that will knock down the defender. Low armor roll though. So trying to shut down this space, but they've got so few players now, the Undead, that they might need to play a bit more aggressively with what they have got, and taking on that attempt to the ball may be worthwhile. They're very deep here, so this mummy's surrounded. Moving the ball first this time. Over there. Yeah, just hanging out again, unprotected, with dice being thrown, which could end a turn any second. He's blitzing this white now, who's the danger player really. To here, although both of these ghouls can still get over here. So all these players who don't need to roll dice to do what they're going to do, they can just come over here, protect this ball carrier before rolling these dice. It makes it a bit harder for the ghouls, but they can still dodge quite easily and get over here. And it looks like there might be some more mummy obsession. Okay, just a push. And then this one dodges away. Okay, so that does make it harder for the ghouls to get through with that last action. Seen with the mummies, probably not the best course of action here when you've got all this going on. Do still have, yeah, ghouls could maybe go 4-3 through there to take on, get more pressure on the ball or threaten it. I think that's the first Amazon armor break we've seen in turn 4. And that is incredibly dangerous. You know, I don't know why that's in the end zone. Why is that in the end zone? That's just asking to be surfed. I mean, there's a bit... Putting this in there's a bit of protection. Although it's marked, it can't be an assist. Where can this reach? 2, 4, 6. So that can be your assist. Drop that in there. Like, this has to be the blitz this turn. This is the most valuable player on the Undead team who's just... They're just ready to be surfed. Like, you go assist there, you get that white out of the way, you blitz with this blitzer. From there, that ghoul's gone, potentially dead. Like, you can't leave people just hanging on the edge of the pitch like that. Like, if this ghoul was there, that's a different story because that's protected. But you don't need to be like right on the edge of the pitch. Just stand there. If you're trying to be deep to react next turn, like, don't stand in the end zone. Like, that's got to be the blitzer's turn. Like, that's too good an opportunity. Okay, they put that player in there to try and get 2 dice here. That's nowhere near as valuable. And that makes the blitz altogether much harder. The surf here much harder altogether. Also not safe, because while this ghoul's not dealt with, that's 1 dice on the ball. That's easy. Yeah, blitz in here. I can't believe you don't take that on as the blitz. That's got to be the blitz this turn. That's way too valuable to ignore. Best player in the Undead team, just so easy to remove. You've got to take that on. And we've got... Yeah, I mean, it's difficult dodges. That's a failed dodge there. Probably somewhere around... Was it there? I think it might have been there. That is failed. So player does have dodge though, so it's 4-4-3 for 1 dice on the ball, which is maybe worth taking. It's forward the reroll because of dodge. So trying to get this mummy back involved. This mummy is basically out of the game because it's all happening over here and they're so slow. The other way to deal with mummies, if you don't badly hurt them in the first turn, is to just play around them. Let's throw 2 dice there, finds a pal. Just a stun though. This is blitzing. They did go for that sort of hero play. Failed on the first dodge though. Could also have just blitzed here and then come over here to mark. Is the other option I had. And there's a skull on one of the 1 dice. Throwing 1 dice blocks there seems a lot. But sure they could have found 2 dice. 2 dice there. Blitzing this. They're down a reroll now, of course, as well. This ghoul is still a threat on the ball. It's 4-3, just 1-4 and a 3 with the rerolls. Okay, trying to get 2 dice on the mummy again. No reroll now. This is 1 in 9 to turn over. Doesn't they? And that's the other mummy off the pitch. Okay. So yeah, undeads with mummies are 1 mummy is pretty hampered. With no mummies, they're in a really tough spot. Okay, I've stuck that in. Which I don't know. Sticking it in there, like you've just got the second mummy off the pitch, which is only a knockout. You're now giving them a chance to get that mummy back when you maybe didn't need to. And they'll of course have another chance to get it back at half time. So mummy doesn't come back this time. 1 of those knockouts does. And they've given the undead 3 turns as well. I think they could maybe have pinned that ghoul in a bit more. They had such a massive player advantage. They could have held on to that for another turn or 2. But they're taking the lead. Undead are back to, I think they're on 11 players now because they had a bench of 3 at the beginning. They're still leaving this block lino on the bench, which is surprising. I wonder if they still got the armor 6 one on. Yeah, it's the armor 6 one on the line here. Quick snap. Where's the ball landing? Is this going to be this gone really wide? I can't. You normally get the blue flashing light thing. Oh, it's gone. It's gone a long way back. Let's touch back. Okay, so with 3 turns, they're going to need to look at scoring threats. Like they've got to get a scoring threat in. They've got no mummies and they've got no guard, so they're probably going to have to look at 1 dice somewhere on the wings, or be set up to really push a flank next turn, which means they're going to need to get at least 1 of these ghouls forward. It's probably going to be this one. They should have, with their setup, they should have had that 2 dice on that player setup at the beginning. That didn't need to be the blitz. They can be blitzing somewhere back here, which is going to be on 1 dice with no mummy and no guard. Or no guard mummy. It's generating a point there. A little bit unnecessary. That's gone forward and that's pretty well protected. I don't think they're getting at the ball there, but they need to think about their next 2 turns. Like think about this backwards. Like turn 8 you want it here. Turn 7 you need the ball. Well, you need at least a scoring threat down here. Is that going to be easy to do in 1 turn? I think they needed to gain more ground that turn to be able to score. Especially here, they've now pinned the ball. Or not, didn't follow up there. thought it was going to be a classic follow-up to Mark the Ball Carrier, but they haven't gone for that. They're just shutting down this space. And then marking up. Thought this guard will go in there as well. Okay, thought the guard would go there to mark both of those. But they're just, yeah, surrounding here, give them no easy blocks out. A quick Mighty Blow Blitzer back to, in case there's a breakthrough. That's a fail. Go for it. I think they've got as many rerolls as turns, so they might as well reroll that. And this is putting a scoring threat in place. So 2, 4, 6, 8. This catcher can score. So the Undead have to watch this one. So before rolling any dice, they need a marker on this player. Probably this skeleton. Just go stand there. Just go stand there. Right, shut that down. So they are going to find some 2 dice blocks here. I had to go 1 dice there. And that is yeah, that's done. Yeah, throwing 1 dice blocks without block when you haven't got your scoring threat in means you're not going to score. So this is a fairly, well, it's 2 dice on the ball. It is pals as well. Not going to be easy to actually get at the ball. No, I think they needed it to bobble this way, really. And that's, yeah, that's right in there. That's probably not going anywhere. They can do this. This is a pal, which it is. Don't need, it's in 2 tackle zones. There's an injury too. That's a niggling injury. Yeah, niggling injury is what killed it. So it's now also minus armor value, like regenerated. Yeah, it's a niggling injury made that a casualty rather than a knockout. So 3 points. Got it into 1 tackle zone. That's down there. I could go for a throw here. Got a reroll on this catch. So worth getting the throw on. Yeah, 3+ there would have been 3+ with a reroll and then 2 2+s to score. So yeah, like I was saying, like this skeleton never moved before they were throwing those dice. Just if there's a scoring threat in place, just go mark it. Like that was a 3+ away from an almost easy score. There you go. So Undead know they can't score, so they're just going to take the best blocks that they can. It's going to be 2 dice there. Maybe a blitz from this ghoul and somebody. Maybe over here. I can take 2 dice there. And that zombie. And get that card blitzer down. Yeah, still struggling to break armor. Not had a lot of that, although not knocked many players over. Well, really no need to roll that. That's not going to gain you anything if you catch that. Or catches the bounce anyway. Yeah, save the reroll for this ghoul's blitz. Didn't need it, but you know, if that was double skulls and you'd use the reroll for that, that would be a real shame. Yeah, and again, no armor break. So half time. So that mummy's obviously out. That one comes back, and that's a zombie or a skeleton. We've got 2 on the bench. I think there's actually 1 on the bench when we come down to it. So we switch views because Undead are attacking now. Yes, yeah, so they've got 1 player on the bench, which is this skeleton, the one with the niggling injury. So setting up in defence like this. Oh no, they're attacking, aren't they? Yeah. So yeah, white's on the line. That's good to see. That's better. There's 3 Amazons there. You got to try and hit all of them. So, that's a pitch invasion. She's gone the Undead's way. Yeah, but this is what I said before about how they use their blitz to hit this player on the line. Like just stand someone here to hit them. Like you don't need these players here. They're not really doing anything there. So if you want to make sure your 2 whites and your mummy are all hitting someone, like get them in there. Use these players to assist where you need to. And give the mummy 2 assists as well. Like stand the mummy there with 2 linemen, skeletons or zombies. That's 3 dice. Like hit that. Get 1 in there to assist this white. This white here with an assist there. You're hitting all 3 of those without having to do anything. And then all those players that assisted can now move. and someone else can blitz somewhere. And because the pitch invasion's gone your way over here, maybe you use a skeleton to blitz over there with the player that was the assist here. Like, it's just well worth thinking about, like, what have I been left to hit? Make sure you hit all of them where you can. Obviously, there's going to be matchups where you're down strength where you can't do that, but they're all strength 3. You've got a strength 5 player. Make that 3 dice. Make sure that's 2 dice and that's 2 dice. And then all 4 of these players who assisted are now free to do whatever you want with. You don't need to move assists in. And if you're now spending actions to put assists into these places or to hit this player, like, it's just wasting their actions. 2 dice for the mummy there as well. Force a reroll. So you get another go with this white, but this player could have just been hit. If you're going to hit them with zombies, like, start them there. You don't need to move them into place. This is a good blitz target though, because the pitch invasion's gone that way. Or this one over here, actually. And if you could blitz this one with a block player, you increase the chances of getting them over as well. Found a pal there though. So that's the guard blitzer who's pinned against the touchline. Still no armor break. I have been struggling for that. Put a couple of players on this guard. And yeah, just engaging players down here. That's giving up 2 dice with Mighty Blow on that skeleton, because there's guard there. That's foul pick up. Had to spend a reroll on that, opening 2 dice for the mummy. There's a ball on the floor there, not under any immediate threat, but that's that block that was left on is just pushes. Going 1 dice there. Sure, they could have done better than that with their actions. They're probably going to want to use their blitz around here to try and free this blitzer up. They've got someone through on the ball. Going 1 dice with their blitz, which doesn't get them anything. And then trying to dodge through is fouled. That was a 4+ that failed with the reroll. But they've got a marker on the ball. So this has to be the blitz for the Undead. It's the priority player this turn. They've freed up a white. Is the white going to come do that? So you want an assist in, probably this skeleton. We've got 2, 4, 6 is a go for it to throw 2 dice. Could use this ghoul as well, of course. Okay, so left a place away from the ball to push back to. Then step in there. Okay, so picks it up with this player. This player now can't do much with the ball. And this doesn't feel very safe at the moment. Okay, it's a bit more shielding. This is the vulnerable part though. Can we do anything with that? It's a touch line. Let's push back. You want to go there and follow. Okay, that closes that gap up. So it's 4+, 3+ to get one of these players out. Are they going to go? Okay, they're going to try and go for 1 dice on the mummy, which worked again, but this player was free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 could have stepped in there. That's another assist. 2 dice, and then you've got this player free to come maybe blitz over here. If that's what they're looking at. 2, 4, 6. It's 2 go for it for 1 dice on the ball. Probably worthwhile, although you need a 1 in 6 to get it down. But if you're going to play aggressively like that, it's probably worthwhile. This is 1 dice. So 2 dice on this one. Okay. So I got that blitzer back in the game. Still got this one on the edge. And yeah, through a go for it. So that's the ball carrier marked. 1 dice there. Okay, two markers on the ball carrier. And then using guards to get 2 dice there. This player is now free. Okay, holding that line over there. Right, so Undead need to solve this. So they've got 2 markers on the ball. They're split up. That means this guy's probably going to have to dodge because you can't blitz both of them off. There's no bunching up to chain push players away. So that probably means, I mean, you could maybe blitz one and then dodge, but you're going to have to dodge at some point in this turn, unless you're going to keep the ball here and use blocks to try and free them up and make this ball safe. But they're a bit outnumbered. Well, not outnumbered back here, but they haven't got enough players down here to properly make this ball safe. And that means, I think, you've got to dodge the goal like early, probably before you really do anything else. Because at the moment, it's just 2 dice on the ball without having to even move anyone. You've got this white available, who should probably come back and help out. This mummy needs to stand up, and that is their first action. You've got players who you can move to get away. So this zombie, 2, 3, 4, is going to need dice to get over here to be involved. But yeah, you're probably going to have to dodge this. Okay, so blitzing with the ball carrier, just a push. And then has to dodge anyway. Yeah, so but failed that anyway, but I don't think you re-roll bouncy catches like that. So failed the dodge anyway, but I suppose if you roll a pal there, you're free. And you can go, but where do you go? There's not really a safe place to put the ball. Especially because you've moved both of these players already, who are your 2 most mobile free players. I think you just dodge away and try and get the ball safe somewhere else. And I mean, that dodge failed that time, but it doesn't mean it's the wrong play. It's look at the probability of what you're doing, not the outcome. And I think the chances of rolling a pal there and running away and then keeping the ball safe without those 2 players being available really slim. But if you just dodge away first, 8 times out of 9 is going to work. Over here, dealing with these. So that can free up this player. Maybe come blitz this white, I think it looks like. Let's push away. And then don't follow step sideways. No. If you step sideways there, you get 2 dice on that ghoul. This liner can come pick the ball up. Okay, I'll put a player in there. That's another push. I think, can this player score this turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go for it. So can score this turn. So it's 3, 2, 2 to score. Can maybe think about just sticking it in. Need the reroll here though. I think that makes it less likely. Oh, okay. Failed on that. So getting the same dice as the ghoul did last turn. Down a reroll. Yeah, just looking at this T-shape and thinking, could this skeleton have just blitzed up into that to do anything useful? They've got this marker in as well. Yeah, it's probably not the best plan. If they could have just pushed someone onto the ball to maybe scatter it here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So go for it. Stick that in there. Then you've got a box. If that's a power, you push that one away, maybe. So possibly ways of doing that. This is one. Oh, it's 2 dice there. So push that away. Can maybe try the 4+ pickup here. Get that with the reroll and then dodge away. Okay. Right, now I have to watch this player. Going for the throw. That is a bit risky. Okay, and this drop's not even in tackle zones. Yeah, I think the throw there was probably a bit much to ask. Especially that's going to be a 4+ catch in a tackle zone. I don't know if that was a bit of panic. This player in scoring range, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, one go for it for this this liner to score this turn if they want to take that on. Come I might have liked to seen someone marking the ball before throwing those blocks. This white's just got in the way here, really. Blitz there. Right, just hitting that. Not sure where the blitz is this turn. Is it this player? Another injury there. Picking up quite a few. It's just a badly hurt on that zombie. Doesn't regenerate. Go for the pickup. I'm going to chuck it to this Lolo. Yeah, gets that for the extra point on the blitzer. Is this just going in? Stopping there. Okay, as long as you can watch this goal, that's probably a good idea. I think they've got no one left to protect from this goal. Now it's in there. Just yeah, getting a mighty blow hit in on the zombie. Just for a stun. Yeah, so they've definitely got 1 dice on the ball with a 3+ dodge. Can they make it any better? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He needs a 3 and 2 2s for the assist. Probably not worthwhile. I think you just take on 1 dice. It's a player without blocks, so that's 1 in 3 because you've got block on here. So both down or a straight defender down is going to put the ball on the floor. I think you've got to take that on. Doing this safer move first, but it's not as important. And again, just a stun. Yeah, taking that blitz on. So if you go from this way, you can push either against the touchline or back. I think you push against the touchline. Okay. So here they've just got a 3+ dodge with a reroll out. If they're pinned against there, they've got a 4+ dodge to get out. Although in either case, just blitzing this ghoul is going to be a better move. 2, 4, yeah, it's a bit too much. Mummy moving as a bit of an afterthought. Yes, who is best placed to blitz? So, okay, marking that blitz. So I don't see that blitz as the danger here anyway. They can't reach. Yeah, that could maybe have been the blitz. I'm going to go one of these. I think the block player would have been better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So go for it. Or can you go 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, go for there. You can push into that corner and then just walk around. They're going to try and hit the mummy again. Bit of an obsession about hitting mummies. Sometimes strength players like this, who draw whole teams to them, get referred to as idiot magnets, which is sometimes appropriate because it takes a lot of focus. Where if it's a turnover, they can probably surf the ball. Actually, no one in position to do that, but the ball's against the touchline. That was the best player to blitz. So they're going to blitz with the ball carrier. Blitzing with the ball carrier is inherently risky. Putting all these extra players here is more protection. Yeah, okay, just blitzing. Blocking. So looking to not score this turn. Didn't follow up either. Yeah, getting the stun there helps. So, can't clear those with the switching screen. Yeah, so if that wasn't a stun, they've got 5+ with a reroll, 2 red dice to surf the ball. Pretty likely, like in the grand scheme of things, like not that unlikely actually. It's 5 with a reroll for dodge, and then 2 dice uphill with 4 successes. Yeah, would have left on a 25% play, 38 with a reroll. So yeah, having the stun there does help. When you only need pushes to sack the ball. They can become quite likely even on 2 dice uphill. Yeah, I was just thinking the blitz there. You've at least got the safety as I can move it somewhere else, even if you don't want to score. Gone 2 dice in there. And yeah, this is pressure up. That is an extremely weird foul. Sent off as well. Okay. That wasn't even a good foul. That was like a no assists with a white. So whites are really valuable players to risk with sending offs. Like, yeah, if it's a skeleton or a zombie, like fair enough. But 2, 3, 4. So this one needed to go for it to get there. But at least put assists in. Like that was an 8+ on 2d6 to do anything good. They rolled a double. Yeah, not a good foul there at all. So down a mummy and a white now. And also this late in the game, that's not really getting you much. That does mean the white's not going to get injured. Is that way to look at it. So this is 1 dice. You had 2 dice here. It doesn't make that 2 dice, but it could have moved that one to get 2 dice. Okay, sticking it in. So that's 2-0. And that is actually how this game ends, and I don't think there's really anything more to see. Yes, again, okay, they've marked players up to get hits on them this time, but get 3 dice with the mummy. It's so much more effective with 3 dice. And it's easy to get it. You know, just 2 assists on a strength 3 player. You've got 3 dice. I'm pretty sure there's no breakthrough here. Well, I know they don't score. The Amazons, when the Amazons have gone down, they've had quite a charmed life with armor and injury rolls. I think we've even had a knockout. So it's a bit of an outside shot, but Amazons could score here still. Yeah, again, blitz with the Mighty Boy player. Got a scoring threat in. So that could set them up for next turn of getting another one. That one is short of scoring, being a scoring threat. Still got 4 rerolls, the Amazons, for this second half. Okay, so 1 scoring threat, that's got to be the blitz, if you don't want it to be 3-0. Opening up with the mummy again, but that's just a push. So it's 2 dice there. Yeah. You knock this player over, the Amazons can't score. That's kind of got to be the priority. Okay, picking the ball up. And where's it going? Just trying to generate a point from the throw. Gets 1. That goes on. Is that goal on 5 now? And yeah, this won't be easy to knock over actually. Oh, an injury. So that happens. So that is just a badly hurt on the catcher. No, have they got one? They have got an apothecary. Yeah, there's not much using there. Amazon, so yeah, this will be a tough sack, and then getting the ball to it. They haven't really got the players over here to be able to do that. So just throwing some blocks, and I think that's all we're going to see now. Probably should be the blitz still, maybe. I can maybe look at hitting someone with this Mighty Blow player. Maybe this goal. Yeah, assist there, blitz from that. Yeah. Okay, going there. I was seeing, yeah, if they could get the touchdown, but just pushes on that player with 1 dice. And that is the game. And I'll remember not to close this because it will show the result from the other game that was played last night. Yeah, not great MVPs. At least that one levelled though is worth bearing in mind. But yeah, just that one injury in turn 16. Turn 16, wasn't it? No knockouts, so they really struggled with that. Weren't really keeping up with blocks either. Amazon's massively out blocking them. I think the Undead were giving away quite a lot of blocks. They just didn't need to. They should maybe look at trying to screen more rather than just mark players, because it's just giving up a lot of blocks, and it's why they were down on players a lot. And yeah, more star player points there. There were a few casualties sticking in, but that's how that one's gone. And I think at lunchtime I'll probably be able to do last night's game as well. So we'll see how that goes then.